Hello and welcome to Canada-U.S. relations, or who holds the cards? Well, Paul Martin met with George W. Bush last week to mend some fences and to play some Texas Hold'em. Now, luckily for us, Martin, he's got one of the best poker faces in the business. And this is the first time that George and Paul have met since we said no to missile defense. And you know what happened then? The ambassador, he yelled at us. She canceled her visit, and they wouldn't take our calls. Yes, America threw a hissy fit. So the stakes are pretty high here. And this is our guy. Are we in trouble? Not really. See, there's an old adage. If you owe the bank $1 million and you can't pay, you are in trouble. If you owe the bank $1 billion and you can't pay, the bank is in trouble. And if you owe the world $5 trillion and you can't pay, you are George W. Bush. See, America's debt is expanding faster than their waistlines. America borrows 80% of the world's savings just so it can keep itself in the lifestyle to which it has become accustomed. They pay interest using the good old American dollar. But now, this George is finding that this George can't buy what it used to. 4 years ago, the American dollar bought this much oil. Now it buys this much. Will this unleash the nightmare scenario where Americans have to walk to the corner store? Apparently not. George is not worried because he says he's got his domestic oil supply. Of course, when he says his domestic oil supply, he just happens to include 300 billion barrels that just happen to be in Alberta, which just happens to be in Canada. And what is the only thing that America needs more than oil? Water. And Canada doesn't have some of the water. We have all the water. Hooray! So make them worry, Paul. Tell them they don't get a sniff of the good stuff until they open the border to the softwood and the beef. And while you're at it, make them learn the provincial capitals. Have some fun with them. Because, Paul, you're the Prime Minister of Canada, and for once, it's Canada who holds the cards.